another Through the MCU video, and this time we are talking about Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther. So, I saw both of these movies when they came out in the theater, and I loved them both so much. So, as I went down the list of Marvel movies, I was really, really looking forward to getting to these two, to watch them again with full context, and also just because I hadn't seen them recently. So I'm putting them in a double feature video for that reason. So let's start with Thor Ragnarok. It is just pure fun. If I were to choose one word to describe the movie, it would just be fun. So Taika Waititi is obviously a really dynamic and exciting director. I think Thor as a character was perfect for him to direct, and I feel like this movie was tailored to him, which obviously was probably on purpose, but his energy comes through this movie so much as a director, and just even from the color palette to the visuals and the sounds, it was just really, really, really cool. So I have a list of things to talk about. Let's see. So I really like, for Thor as a character in this movie, I really like that he's just not taking himself super seriously in comparison to when we first saw him in the first Thor movie or in the first Avengers. He's just kind of he knows what he has to do, but he's kind of a little more relaxed and able to kind of laugh at the situations that he's in, I think. I just really like that. I love the haircut. I think it works. I think it also helps his character progression. And yeah, it was just really cool to see. I also liked learning more and seeing more of his relationship with Loki in this movie and with their father. Obviously, the scene with their father when he passes on is just really powerful and really beautiful. I've tried not to watch Easter egg videos because sometimes they have spoilers, but I watched one that came out right after this movie came out, so there wasn't any spoilers for future things. And it said that they changed that scene kind of to change the tone. There was on-set shots that ended up not being in the movie, and the scene in the field was kind of what ended up happening instead. I think that was a really great choice because that scene is super powerful, but what I also like about it is that it doesn't resolve everything for Hulk and Loki right away. There's still for Thor and Loki, pardon me. There's still conflict between them, and that doesn't just fix everything, so that was really cool. Obviously, Cate Blanchett does an incredible job. I was so happy to see Bruce Banner and the Hulk again. It was really, really sad to see that he was stuck as the Hulk for so long, and he missed so much, but I love that he came back into his Bruce Banner self, but then also was willing to become the Hulk again when he had to in that final battle. I'm really excited to see Thor and Hulk reunite with all the Avengers. I have not seen Infinity War or Endgame, so I don't know what happens. I don't know how they come back into the fray or how that all goes. So I'm really excited to see that now, because I really missed them in Civil War. I think I said that in my Civil War video, but because of this movie, it kind of fills that gap, So that's really exciting moving forward. Obviously, did I just say this? I don't know, but Cate Blanchett, absolutely incredible. I think she nails that role very much evil Galadriel Vision vibes. I just think she was perfect for it. She's such a good antagonist to Thor and Loki because they really are not stronger than her, when usually I feel they're just, at least Thor is just stronger than everybody, so he just doesn't have to really worry about it, but he's not stronger than her. And I love that the only way to beat her was kind of just to burn everything down. That was was crazy, but it was really cool. I was really worried Heimdall wasn't going to be in this movie, so when he showed up, I was very excited. I love Idris Elba. I love that character. I love this new role that he takes on in this movie. Obviously he's not working at his job with the Bifrost, is that what it's called? But he now is trying to save all the people of Asgard. Love that. You'll notice that Valkyrie Tessa Thompson is not on any of these pages I'm making here. That's because the collage art, which you'll see in the flip through, is of her character. So she obviously is just so cool. Oh my god. I love her character so much. I don't know if she comes back or if she's going to be in Love and Thunder, but I really, really hope so because I can't get enough. Tessa Thompson is so fun to watch, and the character of Valkyrie, it's so interesting to see that of a warrior who's lost everything and chooses to kind of walk away from it, and, you know, is using these addictions and things to just kind of cope, but then for her to like realize her true purpose, if you will, and then return to Asgard, it's just so good. Jeff Goldblum, obviously genius. Yes, he's kind of playing himself, but it just works. I can't imagine anyone else having played that part. So much fun to watch, so rewatchable. I love Korg. It was really cool to have Taika's voice in there, as well as just his director's voice, his actual speaking voice. Such a good comic relief, and like such goofy fun. Loved that so much. What else can I talk about? Definitely during that big battle at the end, I will be honest that maybe I kind of checked out a little bit, like mentally, just like not really paying attention. If you've watched any of these videos, you know that that's just like something that happens to me sometimes when there's a lot of special effects or like a really big battle. Sometimes I'll kind of like zone out, but it was still really cool. And I loved seeing Loki come back and do the right thing, and it doesn't end with him betraying them again. So I don't know how that story ends in Infinity War or Endgame. Like, so I'm going forward from this movie like really excited, because I have no idea what happens, and don't tell me. So that's really cool. I love Thunder Thor when he has like all the lightning in his eyeballs and stuff. Really cool. The Doctor Strange cameo totally made sense to me now, so that was really fun. So yeah, let's move on to Black Panther, shall we? This movie, I wrote a list of things to talk about, and I wrote a sentence at the top of the page, and I wrote, what an absolutely masterful example of what superhero films can be. And that's like all I can say. This movie is so good. It's just so good. I hadn't seen it in so long, so it felt like the first time all over again. The viewing experience of this movie is like really burned into my mind too, because I was living in New York, and the whole city, I feel like, was excited for the movie to come out because it had so much press, and then the early reviews started coming out, so the theaters were like all sold out for the whole weekend. So I actually called out of work the day it came out and watched it the very first viewing in the morning. They even gave us surveys at the end from Disney, like a thing to fill out, and I remember just like not even knowing what to say because I was so blown away. Okay, so let's go down my list of things to talk about. Chadwick. Obviously, it's really hard to watch this knowing that he's not here anymore, but I feel like he left behind this performance as well as his full body of work. And it's just like a gift. Like, it's such a gift to have it. I think that he did such an amazing job of embodying the character of T'Challa, like, with all of his complexity and all of his, like, obviously the physical aspect of it, but also the emotional aspect of it too. You can see when he is conflicted, but I love that he's also like kind of a goofball, like, you know, in the first scene with when Okoye tells him that he's gonna freeze, and he says, "I never freeze," but then he does freeze, and he's just like, "Hi." Like, that whole scene tells you everything you need to know about Okoye, Nakia, and T'Challa, and it's so wonderful in every way. And kids are going to watch this movie, young people, and anyone is going to watch this movie forever and always have his performance. So I don't know what else there even is to say. I feel like it's all been said a million times, but I'm just blown away by his work in this movie. What else? I love Lupita Nyong'o so much, obviously as a Star Wars fan. She does some motion capture in one of the Star Wars films, but also just her everything in every movie she's in. And I love Nakia, the character, so much. Okay, so let's talk about Michael B. Jordan. It's another thing where it's like, I don't even know how to put it in words. Like, he's so good in this movie. Oh my God. And like the character of Eric Killmonger is so intense and so, incredible, and I think is like one of the more poignant characters, villains. I don't even feel like comfortable calling him a villain though. It's just, he's so good, and I think, again, I can't picture anyone else playing that except Michael B. Jordan. He did such an incredible job. Again, obviously the physical element of it, but everything else as well. That ending moment I mean, I can't, I don't even know what to say, but if you haven't watched it in a while, maybe look it up on YouTube and just watch it again just to be reminded of it, because it's just, it's out of this world. And I feel like his chemistry with Chadwick as well was so good. Like they were such good adversaries, but it was like deeper than that, and you can tell just in their performances. It's so incredible to watch. What else can we talk about? The car chase scene is my absolute favorite. It's one of my favorite scenes in any action film. I love the tech. I love Shuri operating the car remotely. And then like when Okoye has the staff and just kind of like surfs down on the hood, and then Nakia like slides up in the seat. It's just so good. And just all the tech in this film, like as far as all the vibranium stuff and like everything that Shuri does, Shuri as a whole is just perfect. Her relationship with T'Challa kind of reminded me a little bit of me and my brother, but just, she's so good. And I know there's like rumors that she might be the focus of Black Panther 2. I don't think that's confirmed, but that's how, I think it's how it happens in the comics. But if that did happen, it would be so good, because Letitia Wright is amazing, and I love that character so much. But I mean, as far as Black Panther 2 goes, I don't even know. I don't want to speculate, because like, who knows? But I know they said that they're not going to recast Black Panther, which I think is a really lovely thing to do. And I think whatever they do with that movie, it's going to be filled with a lot of love. So anyway, what else can we talk about? I'm looking. Oh, M'Baku is so much fun. So like, he's comic relief, but he's not goofy. You know what I mean? Like, he's just very sure of himself, knows exactly what he wants, and like doesn't mess around. I love Winston Duke in that role. He's so good. I love Daniel Kaluuya in everything, but I think in this movie his character is just really, really fun to watch. I like his dynamic with Okoye too, and the rhino at the end is just such a fun moment. Love that. Obviously Angela Bassett is always good, goes without saying. What else can we talk about? I think that's really it. Oh, the music is incredible. The Kendrick Lamar album that is inspired by this film is one of my favorite albums of all time. I like the Stan cameo in this movie. As always, the Dora Milaje are one of my favorite things about Marvel. My God. What else? I think that's really it. I just, like, I talk about Black Panther and I don't even know what to say. It's just so good. If you haven't watched it lately, watch it again. It's just great. And I can't wait to see, I think that I know that T'Challa's in Endgame, but I don't know anything about it. So I'm so excited. And yeah, obviously Love and Thunder's coming soon as well, or they're filming it now. And that's also directed by Taika. So I'm really excited to see what they do with that. It's like both of these movies have upcoming sequels that I feel like with the Thor one, it's a little bit more like you kind of know how it's going to go. But with the Black Panther one, it's like, we don't know how it's going to go. But I do think the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie that's slated to come out, it'll be filled with a lot of love. Because how could it not be, you know, especially because Ryan Coogler and this cast, I think, will all be involved, or at least Ryan is. So yeah, there's my T'Challa art as well. I didn't want to do a quote. I thought just the word king was enough. I hope that resonates, because it was in my heart making that piece. So, and I know who Bucky is now, so that was a fun post credits, because when I first saw this movie I had no idea who that was. Oh my God. Well, I will see you next time. Infinity War is next. I'm so excited.